Welcome back to the Surface Wave Podcast, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to my co-host, Nick Pacheco.
Hey, Lalo. Happy New Year to you, too.
Hey, dude, it's good to see you.
How many times have you told people Happy New Year?
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah, or maybe 3 times.
I can't wait to tell them in July
if
I haven't seen them.
It's the best thing is to say, I'll see you next year.
I know, right? Mm-hmm. It never gets tired of saying that.
No, hell no, dude.
Who do we have today, though? We got
a very special guest in the studio. Shayne.
Just Shayne. Oh, no, you can look anywhere.
Look at me.
Say hi.
Actually, just only look at me. Just right here.
Just look at him. Deep. Welcome, man. Welcome.
Thanks,
How's the morning going?
It's been good.
What you sipping on, too, by the way?
Oh, you know, a little Dutch Bros cold brew. Got to come prepared.
That was a cold brew this whole time?
Yeah, you thought I was getting turned?
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Cold brews are so different, too, because they're like... I used to hate coffee, but that's the only thing I could like really get through.
Yeah, I just drink them black, man. I don't know what it is.
Is it something too? When you get older, do you think you just start drinking things just like black and all that?
I will tell you, when I was a little kid, my mom's ex-husband would take me fishing, and like he would get us up at like 6 a.m, take us out like deep sea fishing out in like San Francisco.
Oh, do you went deep sea fishing?
Yeah, like out of one of those Zodiac boats, like the shit they use in Call of Duty.
Was
and
that
shit.
Scary?
Nah, it was fun, bro. It was hella fun. But we'd be out like doing this deep sea fishing, and like. He would tell us, like, men drink black coffee. Like, I was, like, 8, 9 years old, and he was like, men drink black coffee. My mom would have, like, a foo-foo Starbucks with, like, caramel and shit, and he'd be like, if you want to drink coffee, we drink it black, or you can have water. He just tried to, like, he wouldn't be, like, an asshole, but, like, just for fishing, that's, like, a man thing to do.
Okay,
so, like,
it's his routine.
I just started with black coffee early, man.
So you started early.
Yeah.
See, I started, first time I ever had black coffee, I think at Albertsons. Shout out Albertsons. But my mom was like, you want to try it? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Then I tried it, and I just spit it out. I'm like, I'm never having coffee again until I was like 23.
Yeah.
There's something so bitter. It's so
You're like
weird.
sick. Coffee sucks.
Coffee sucks. I mean, I'm a sucker for like the most flavored coffee drinks, don't get me wrong. But like this black coffee, it's nice.
Oh, yeah. Are you a hot coffee or cold coffee guy? Iced coffee.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna show you guys the sauce. I do work at Dutch Bros in the AM.
Ooh.
That's like when
So
in
you
the
got
morning.
some.
So I got the.
Yeah, he knows the stuff.
Actually, what's your favorite homemade thing to make if you're like making your own thing?
Okay, I am like completely vegan, so everything I make is like usually with oat milk and like no animal products in it. Even though a lot of times milk is like creamier and stuff, I use oat milk for cream. I always do oat milk lattes, and then I'm big on like salted caramel. I love salted caramel. I'm a little bougie bitch, bro.
Dude, I love that. I mean, are you a pumpkin spice latte fan?
Yeah, big fan.
Pumpkin spice cold brew? Oh my gosh,
bro.
Pumpkin pie? Like, is that how much?
Just pumpkin pie. Like,
did you destroy a lot on Christmas
or Thanksgiving?
Yes and no. They don't really got no vegan pumpkin pie around.
Oh, that's true. See, I'm being ignorant though. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
You just learn.
All it really comes down to is like just if there's like regular milk or alternative milk. Sometimes people make like almond milk shit or like like coconut milk shit, and like then I'm happy. But like if they don't got that, I'm gonna have a sad stomach.
So what's your plate looking like then? Like on a Thanksgiving dinner, like what do you go for?
Thanksgiving was actually fire. I did mashed potatoes. I did a mushroom gravy, which as surprising as that sounds, I don't like mushrooms, but like I made them into a gravy. It just tasted literally like beef gravy. It was hella good. And then we made like just all like the regular vegetables that you would have, like carrots, like with the sweet shit over the top, like brown sugar and stuff.
Dang,
we had it's not actually good, but 2 years ago we had a vegan stuffed turkey.
That sounds good though.
It was so weird, bro.
It was so weird. It was weird. Why was it weird?
Because it's a turkey. Like a turkey's a whole ass dead animal, and then like you're just gonna recreate that whole thing out of vegetables. Like it don't work. It didn't work, bro. Like I'm an advocate for vegan products, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna eat shit that's disgusting. And like we tried it. We took one bite of it. My girlfriend's like trying to be nice. I'm like, nah, throw this shit in the trash right now. This is for the dog.
No, for real. That's crazy.
That's the hardest thing when you go to someone's house and they give you food. Like, and then you're like, you have to play it off. Like, because sometimes it's awesome, but like sometimes your body might not like it. So I like sometimes spit in like the napkin and I put it away.
The little sneaky move.
The little secret.
Because I feel so bad because you know how I'm a picky very picky person. So when I'm eating something, I'm just like don't look at me when I eat. It's like when I open presents. You can't look at me.
So is it hard to be like vegan here in Boise right now, or do you have a lot of options? Because like I'd be like my homie Gio, like he lives in California, so like he's always posting like his vegan food on his Instagram and stuff. Like the stuff he's grabbing like looks crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I don't know of any cool spots like that out here.
Well, I will say like 4 years ago is when I first turned vegan, and I was here and they didn't have anything. And then I moved to Phoenix, Arizona. They had a bunch of stuff. I moved to California. They had a bunch of stuff. And then I moved back here like a year ago, and then they had hella stuff. Once I moved back, they had hella stuff at the grocery store. Like pretty much if you scroll down the cheese aisle, like they got all the cheese alternatives right next to the regular cheese, which is, you know, normal. Like you should have all products right next to the normal version, just so that like people that have like a dietary restriction, they can just get the shit they need easily. Facts. Like 4 years ago, you had to like walk to the corner like where the zucchinis are at, and like there would be a vegan cheese like sliced under the zucchini. Like it was so weird, bro. Like it was all hidden. Like they didn't want you to find it. But now they got a place here in Boise called Barbecue for Life, and like everything they can make on their menu that's regular meat products, they can make vegan. Like they have vegan ribs there. They have vegan ribs. They have vegan pulled pork sandwiches and like all this crazy shit, bro. That's like I can't really afford it. It's kind of like expensive for a plate, but like I'll go there sometimes.
Treat yourself.
I like Boise Fry Company. That's like my favorite place to get a burger. Like they got good shit. They got a bunch of like good options for me. But
damn, shout out Boise Fry.
How long have you been vegen for?
4 years.
4 years? Okay. What was it like? Was your body not acting right with the other foods? Or you just decided to become?
Well, I feel like it was like a lot of different things. Like once I talked to more people, for me it seemed so simple. When I very first went vegan, me and my girlfriend, like we had some roommates at the time who were vegan, and I was like very opposed to it. I had lived with those guys for like a year and just been like nah. Every time they talked about it, like I don't really care for it. I don't really like want to know about it. And then one day my homie shows me this video of like just like slaughterhouse footage and like how crazy that shit is, like all these like
oh my gosh,
animals
dude,
like suffering
videos?
And stuff, and like just in like weird conditions, whereas like in my mind it was like painted like a nice farmer kind of like raises these animals and takes care of them, and then like once they're old like they get slaughtered. But I was like, oh, they're not even old, like they kind of just slaughter most of them as like kids, and like they also have all these diseases, all this crazy shit. I was literally just watching the video and like, this shit intense. This shit real intense. And I was like, I'm gonna like, and me and my girlfriend were like, maybe we should go get like some beans and rice right now instead. And we literally went to Tacos El Rey up the road and just got some beans and rice instead of like tacos that day. And then it just made us happy. It made us like feel like, okay, like that wasn't like that hard to like eat that meal like that. Let's eat another meal like that. And then for her, it was like really easy to go cold turkey. My girlfriend just like made the change for her life and was like, this is what I want to do now. And I was like, pretty skeptical. I was like, nah, I'm gonna still like do my thing. So for like 6 months I kind of like experimented just trying vegan food she would make and then still eating my own meat. And then eventually I just like was like, I don't think I really like need it as much as I used to. Like I think like I've just found enough good meals and like all these other ways that like I don't really want to support that specifically. Like I don't really want to support mass like slaughterhouses. those factory farming. Factory farming's crazy. But,
bro, those slaughterhouse videos literally will change your life, bro. Like, being someone like who still eats meat, like I just have to like block those out in the back of my head. Like, never. That doesn't happen. Right? Yeah, that does not happen.
Imagine if they put that on the package. If they like put it on like the bacon label, like all that.
Well, that's like
hell no, bro.
Well, like in Europe, how they do the cigarettes, how like they throw like the throat cancer and stuff. People like they put that on the packaging, so
to let you know.
Yeah, if you just put a little like 3x3 video on the thing, that stuff happening, I wouldn't eat it.
You scan the QR code to watch it, you're like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I've been like speaking of like New Year's and stuff, like resolution. I don't know if I want to get into cooking, but like I've been watching all these cooking channels and stuff. But like I've seen all the meat and stuff. I'm like, oh man, what did that animal go through?
It's so trippy.
For like the people who don't know, what would be like? What's the difference between like a vegan and a vegetarian?
Like vegan kind of just means that like you just don't want to like exploit animals, like and then like vegetarian would mean that you don't actually eat animals, but like you're still okay with like dairy and stuff that like like because you don't know what's in a cow's mind. Like there's a lot of people that kind of feel like pulling on a cow's udder, like it's not hurting them, like they're not like getting tortured the way it is when you chop their body up or whatever. Like so yeah, like that's like a little middle line for people that like just don't really want to eat like the animal bodies, they just want to like they want to eat honey and they want to eat like things that come from animals, you know, but like not really like the full carcass or whatever, the actual body. And then I'm like more on the side, like I just don't really want to like, I don't want to exploit things. Like I think of like my dog. Like I love my dog. I like look him in the eyes and I'm like, oh, you're cute, you make me happy. Like I wouldn't want to cut you up and put you on my plate. And like obviously it's not the same with every animal. Different animals you feel different ways for. Like for example, a bee, I will kill that motherfucker. Like if a bee come in my zone, I'm killing it. But I also like, I don't feel right like making him be a little slave for my honey. Like I'm like I'm good on it. I don't know why. Like I will kill bees and I hate them and like I don't like them stinging me. I don't even like them flying around me. I'll kill them. But like I just don't want to exploit them.
Yeah, I mean, I would kill the shit out of a wasp.
Big facts, bro. I'll mass murder them. I'll go Hitler on the wasps.
Wasps are probably the evilest thing on here, like on this earth, a little bit. But like, just wasps, they're so mean. Like those suckers are the worst.
Is it wasps or hornets that were like man created? There's like one of them that were like genetically modified.
That'd be scary.
Is that? had no idea that was a thing.
It's either
whoever made a hornet or a wasp.
Oh wait, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. It wasn't in America, but they're like just like bio experimenting.
So like gene splicing, making creatures,
exactly. Which is kind of don't do that. Swear, I said when even spiders get wings, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, man.
Right, dude.
Yeah. Dude. I mean, like this insects. Like,
wait, have you guys watched Japanese bug fights?
What? No. I mean, is that when like a spider takes off like a hornet's head and stuff sometimes too? Like that? Oh yeah, those are intense.
Bruh, they make it like Mortal Kombat. You can go on YouTube. They do 3, 2, 1 fight. And they have health bars. They got it all, bro. People bet money on them. People like literally breed different like mixtures of species to fight other species. What? There's tournaments.
Oh, bro.
This is the whole thing in Japan,
as soon as I get home today, I'm watching those.
See, I went to Japan once, and they had a thing where it was a mongoose versus a snake. But then
live?
Yeah, but I was like, "Are you serious, man?" And then the year I went though, my cousin's like, "Oh, they don't do it anymore. They think it's kind of bad." so now they just race against each other. So you see a snake and a mongoose just race. So like instead of fighting to the death. So I was like, "Oh, that's a good compromise."
Times are changing.
Times are changing for real.
Your cousin's all mad. Like, what?
Yeah, he's like, "Dude, I swear the snake usually wins, man." Like he's just pissed.
Back in my day,
mongoose and a snake.
Watch these things fight to the death.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous too. I'm like, they're really gonna, because there's all these kids like in a little circle, and they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, this is really gonna happen.
Just cheering.
And I was like so relieved when they're just racing against each other. I was like, jeez.
Weight on my back.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, like as like an American, I go into like experiencing other cultures, like where they're all like cheering this like snake kill this mongoose, like yeah, let's go. I know. Like, meanwhile, Nick's like, what the hell's happening here, bro? And then animals.
And then it's like an hour before too, they just lay this huge like those yellow snakes, those boas. So I'm like looking like Britney Spears, little fat Britney Spears. I'm just like this snake. I was so scared. So weird.
Little chubby brown Britney, dude.
Yeah, BB. Brown Britney.
Bro.
It's freaky, man.
Well, let's get into this interview. Let's get to know Shayne here, bro.
Hell yeah.
So you make music.
Yeah.
But you also take photos and you make videos, right? Mm-hmm. So like what came first? What passion came first? Was it the music? Was it the photos? Or was it like making videos?
It was first making beats.
Okay.
I had a homie who had like a push thing for making beats and stuff, and he was making like dance EDM shit, like just like
Oh hell yeah.
And like I just remember like just getting so stoned and like sitting just watching this kid for hours like one night, and I went over to his house the next night and like watched him again. I'm like, bro, I could do that. I could do that shit. Like he's like, bro, I've been doing this for like 3 years. I'm like, all right, well, let me do it, bro. And then I move. And like, I'm like clicking in shit. I made my first beat. I'm like, this shit easy, bro. I'm better than you. And he's just like talking, not that I actually was or anything, but like I literally just felt like
you felt
it was so easy for me to like understand how to do that. Whereas like growing up, I had many friends do sports or like different like live instruments or so many different activities, and like I didn't pick them up naturally. And then like I just saw that and I just saw how it worked, and I was like, oh, I gotta make beats. And so like I instantly like bought Ableton and got into producing. And then one thing led to another. I decided I wanted to be a dope rapper too, you know, just like everybody who makes beats. And then after like 2 years of that, I moved to Phoenix, Arizona with like a little rap group that me and my buddy started called Contra back in like...
Dang, Contra?
Yeah, like
That's
Contradiction, you know,
That's
like the three of us moved to Phoenix, Arizona to try and pursue that in like 2018. And it didn't work out. We ended up like all falling out. But while we were there, we realized like, oh damn, like people down here, people like out of this small network of people we knew of just freestyling in our room pretty much, like they're paying for big budget videos and they're really like doing this shit for real. Like, and so we started asking prices and it was like $2,000 a video, $3,000 a video. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go home and cry then, you know? And like the only other option was like buy a camera, like figure out how to do it. And so like I ended up buying my first camera, like a A6400. I've always liked Sony. I've had like Sony. PlayStations. I've had everything Sony as a kid. So I was like looking at what Sony had to offer, and like I was like, this seemed like I could really do something good with this. And then like within a year, I was like more into video than I was into like producing or music anymore. And then like I think as you build different creative ventures, and you guys probably know because it seems like you guys do a lot of different stuff and like have just such a big network of different types of creatives, is like as you grow, you can actually balance all those different like hobbies and you don't have to be just the other one. So now like I'm blessed enough to literally be in 2023 and like I'm as much a rapper as I am a producer, as I am a videographer for myself and for other people, a video editor, like a marketer, like whatever I got to do, because it's just literally fun to live this life, like fun to like connect people, plug stuff, like yeah.
Or you go, you go.
How hard was it to like to learn to like that balance? Because like the way you talk, you made it sound like as time went on, like, and you learned these new traits, like it actually became easier to like just balance everything out because you're just learning so much on the fly.
Yeah, I think at the beginning, like I really just needed something to work. Like when you're like young, like you just see people pop off, and like I'd see a like famous producer and I'd be like, oh, like I can produce now. I'm like picturing my future as a producer, or then now I'm picturing my future as a rapper. Now I'm picturing my future as like Cole Bennett, the next videographer, you know? That's cool. But then like I had to step back and realize like it doesn't have to be like one lane. Like all those people, they went in one lane. Like that's cool for them, but like I'm not trying to do the same thing every day. Like that shit boring. Like that's why I got away from like a 40-hour work week and like wanting to work a regular job, is because like I like creative shit. I like the ability to like wake up today and want to make a beat, and then tomorrow I don't need to make a beat. Like I could like go and shoot a video, or I could do literally nothing like with my day. And like that's like the cool part about, I think, like having multiple streams of income or multiple talents or multiple skills. Like even a carpenter like isn't just a carpenter. A lot of times they know electrical stuff. They know a lot of other things in their industry, and so it helps them to diversify and also like just have more fun. Like you're just not like so stuck, you know? And like I would never want to be stuck like only just making songs. Like I love doing all this shit, and like I also just want to meet everyone. Like I think it's more fun to, you know, do these videos and then I meet this guy, I meet this guy, I meet all you guys. Like it's cool. It's fun to do all the different stuff.
In 2023, what are you hoping to elevate the most out of your skill set?
I really want to get into like movies and short films, documentaries. Like I really want to like work on the side of stuff that's not so much like the hype energy of the videos and more telling the story of the person, like really like getting to know people, because I think that's just what we're all lacking. Like in this valley, I've noticed like you guys are the reason I'm even on this show. The reason I came out here is because I like saw what you guys do, and I was like, damn man, that's so different than what everyone else does here. Like everyone in this valley, they kind of just like make a song and then put out the music video and then just hope for the best and then do it again and do it again and do it again and then like just keep telling people about it. But like you really need to like do some other things, you know, just like show who you are. And like I think more expression of who we are inside is needed, like just needed as artists and in this valley specifically, because I've seen it in other places and it works. Like that's how people blow up, you know, like that's also how people like connect with their fans, you know. You don't connect with your fans if like you're not out being a person.
Right. I feel like that's like what you could use social media that as a tool for that, like just letting like the people who follow you like get to know you as a person. Like you said, like it's so much easier to connect with a person when you know like what they do on a Tuesday, you know what I mean? Like you're just like living life and like you're like, I do that too, that's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? Like that's what's like sick about social media. Like you could just, in this world, like you could use anything as a tool, man. Like it's just like think about like 10 years ago, you didn't know what your favorite like athletes or artists were doing on a daily.
That's true, and you could tweet them now if you wanted to.
Oh yeah. I remember like having like I don't know if you like play fantasy football or anything like that. Like having days like someone on my team like has a bad day. Yo, I'm going straight to Twitter, bro. I never did because like that's so like irrelevant. But like I'm like talk to my friends like I'm going to Twitter right now, bro.
Or you're like your favorite artist would do it Instagram Live, and you could pop in if you want to.
Oh yeah.
And you might say hi, and they might say hi back for something. But just the reach you could do now is so nuts. Going back to the movies too, and like short films, I've always think it'd be so cool to do a score for a movie and stuff, because like music totally drives, like controls the movies. Like even silent movies, they use music to just keep something going. Like creating a soundtrack would be so crazy.
Bro, have you ever seen the people that do like the Transformer sound effects where they're like
I've always wondered how they would do that too.
They do it with their voices,
That's
bro.
Insane. I would be a voice actor, would be nuts too.
That would be hella fun. Doing Foley, like doing like the weird shit.
Oh, like on those TikToks where they like do a whole movie scene and like
that shit's cool, bro.
Do little footsteps. Well, that's just the movie magic is just so interesting. But videography is so fun too, because it's like the first time. It's like the closest thing you could do is of capturing a dream in a way, like a vision, and it's cool to like finally have it play out and stuff. Like and like with music videos too, or like a movie. It's just like it's so cool what you could do with videos. Mm-hmm. How long have you been doing that for? Like just doing videography, like taking it seriously?
Last year, it's been almost a full year since I bought my first like cinema camera, which is like, it's not a full cinema camera. It's the FX3 by Sony, which is like their smallest line in their cinema camera, which since I got that, I've been trying to write more full ideas out and stuff. And I think within this year, I pushed myself with the music realm, you know, music videos and stuff like that. But I really didn't push myself to do a documentary or to do any longer form content that, you know, exceeds 5 minutes. And I just want to do that. I want to make this year more showing things and not showing how cool people can be, you know.
I like filming a lot. It's funny when you just look at a setting, you're like, oh, that would be a nice spot to film, like stuff. Or like becoming a phlebotomist one time, like being veins, like you just catch yourself looking at people's veins for some reason because you're so addicted to that thing, you know, like in a good addiction, like you just want to elevate it, just make it better.
In film, like the thing that I just go crazy for is like just composition, like the way a shot's composed. Like I don't know why I get like territorial over it. I'm like, give me the fucking camera. Let me do this shit. Like, I fucking know.
You don't know what you're doing. Let me show you.
I don't know why. I just feel like if I'm ever like gonna go in that career realm, like I'll probably be like a camera operator someday. Like that's like my favorite thing to do. Lighting's cool. Like audio is really cool, but I love like holding the camera and deciding exactly what angle follows the subject and stuff. It's really fun to me.
Well, what's that technology? I think it's called a Roomble or something like that.
A gimbal?
A gimbal. Like that technology is so mind blowing to me.
I actually don't fuck with gimbals.
No, you don't.
I don't like them. I don't know why.
Too steady.
It's not that they're too steady. I just feel natural. Yeah, that's the right word. Like I just feel like a lot of weight on a camera will make the best shot you'll ever have. Like just. Literally, if you just took a 5-pound weight and screwed it into the bottom of your camera, every videographer would be better than they are. Like, interesting. But my camera, like right now, weighs about like 12 pounds, like with like the whole rig and everything, and like it goes on my shoulder. And like I've noticed, like there's not a gimbal shot that could look like that good. But I have gimbals and like I've used them in the past, but like. I don't know why. I just never really liked the gimbals, but they were really hot for a little while, and they kind of like have like fallen out of touch. But I don't really have a new gimbal. Like I got like a gimbal from like 4 or 5 years ago. So maybe if I had a new one that could do like the 360s and shit, I might be down for it. I might be down for it.
Damn, so when you're recording, you're legit just like holding this like 12-pound setup the whole time, bro?
Yeah, bro. It gets brutal. And dude, my girlfriend, she weighs like 100 pounds. And I'll have her film my music videos for me.
Oh no.
She's all up here. She's like trying her best. Like it's only a 3-minute song usually, you know, 2 to 3 minute song.
You're like, I like how you shook the camera right here.
Yeah, dude. And like she literally will be like at 2 minutes, like, bro, this song's gotta be done. I'm like, all right,
do that vibration thing you do. It's really cool.
It was super sick when you passed out the camera.
But
that's like behind the scenes stuff like people don't like know about, like, your craft is like sometimes the camera's fucking heavy, bro. Like, and you're out here for like hours, like
and plus that,
and moving here and moving there, and like it's a long day when you're recording a music video.
Yeah, recording a 3-minute video is not 3 minutes.
No, exactly.
I also get intimidated because every cameraman I've ever been around that like does it consistently, like Craze or something, they're all bigger than me. They all got bigger muscles than me, and I just am like, shit, like, in order to be in this game, do you gotta be jacked to hold a fucking 15-pound camera for fucking hours on end? I'm
You're
like,
just in the gym lifting cameras?
I think that you might have to. I'm like doing push-ups before.
Dang.
I will say my setup is about 15 pounds because I have the main cam, and then I also have the what's the like the most mainstream gimbal? What's the brand?
Zion?
No,
That's
a Ronin.
Ronin, yeah.
Yeah, and that Ronin itself is like 5 pounds by itself.
Yeah,
man, why they make it so heavy?
Up, bro. Yeah, that shit stack up.
Tough, bro.
Put some feathers in there or something. Damn, that's a lot of components.
And then the gimbal, I just have to make this comment. It's way easier to stabilize the camera when you hold it by your chest and then use your body as the gimbal. Because the gimbal itself takes so much time to set up, and then you have to calibrate it.
So you're not doing one of these motions with it. You're doing more like this.
So
he's
like,
doing it.
If you want to hand to someone, you just keep it at your chest and go like this, instead of like this. So just keep it at your chest.
So you're not doing this with the gimbal.
I don't even use the gimbal. I literally just hold it at my chest.
See, life
if I
hacks.
want to like get closer to LALO, I just like lean my body into him instead of this, because now you're like that.
Yeah.
Camera magic.
Sorry, we can go back to the
camera
See,
magic.
all the power's here.
All the power's
sauce.
right there in the chest.
The sauce.
It's close.
You're giving out the secret.
Cut that out. Don't let nobody hear that part.
Well, like, I guess for advice for artists and stuff for making a music video, like, what's some advice that you do? Like, because I feel like a lot of people just go out and make a music video without a plan. I feel like someone just like, then they're just stuck there for like 3 hours. We haven't got anything. Like, any advice of what to do?
Yeah, my biggest tip, or I'm like a big advocate for this program called Milanote. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Milanote, but it's basically like an online whiteboard. It's free to anyone. It's kind of like Google Drive, where like you make your little like file and then you can share it to someone else and they can fuck with it too.
Oh, that's cool.
So like you can put audio files in there, you can take like pictures off the internet, and it's all drag and drop. So like you go over to Google in one window and you have Milanote in the other window, and you just grab your pictures that you want and drop them in there, and then they're in there. And you can put a note next to it, you can put like the audio file below it. So I'll just go online and I'll just like watch a bunch of music videos in like the direction we're going. You know, talk to an artist. I'm working with this guy named Jaywalk right now, and like we're planning a music video that he wants to do at like a school. So they're going around right now to try and figure out what school we're going to shoot at. Once they find the school, then we got to figure out what the color scheme is for that school and get a wardrobe that contrasts the actual colors of the school or complements them. And then, you know, like backup characters having different colors that contrast to the main subject and stuff. That's all like before you even plan the video. And then that's all. Once that's all set, then we can actually go and screenshot. Like Lil Skies has a music video where he's at a school. So like we'll go watch the Lil Skies music video, take some screenshots from that, and be like, this was kind of cool. Like maybe we could shoot in like a gym like this, or like in a classroom with like this look. And then you just put the notes next to it. And then once I share that Milanote file with them, they can literally have the entire overview and have their vision on paper, you know? And like Craze actually taught me that. Craze was the first person to teach me that. Like first time I came to a video shoot for him, he was hella professional. Like I didn't really know what that was like before. I just had notes in my phone and like just ideas that I had. There was no visual, there was no picture or screenshot of like what it should look like. It was just in my head. And then I would have to elaborate that to a person and tell them what I want. It just seems like a lot of wasted time.
And then at the same time, you're like, that's not how I want it, really. Because,
if you're just both looking at the same screenshot, this is what's going to look like. Yeah. Cool, bet. Like, and he was pretty good. Craze was pretty good. Like, he had like a screenshot of like, I swear it was like Joey Badass in like a white like studio environment. And then like he ended up doing that for Poonce. Yeah, and bro, it was perfect. It was spot on. Like the vision that he saw through compared to like what was on that white sheet that he made. That's how you do it.
That's bad.
That's how you do it.
That's cool.
That's the game. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to put in that work. For some reason, they act like it's not like fun. But like, if you were gonna write a whole song, if you're gonna like sit there in the studio for hours for the song to get mastered, if you're gonna like go on Instagram and play that whole game of communicating and trying to get fans, what's one more step, bro? What's one more step planning like that extra layer to really show I'm an artist. Like I'm doing this bigger than anyone else, and like my vision is gonna be this world that you see, you know, like compared to just a song, you know, like. And I think expanding like that for all the artists like around here, like is just like really cool. I've been seeing it more and more, just more people getting videographers or teaming up with a video person and like grinding, and like that shit, that made me happy, bro.
When you say about like Cole Bennett too, it's like it's, you know, it's a Cole Bennett video because it's his personality. Like, you know, it's not just a music video. It's like it's capturing his personality too.
Oh yeah, and he does so much other content to really like help his community. He's teaching people behind the scenes what he's doing. You know, he's really giving a lot of extra personality stuff like that he wouldn't have to on top of the music videos, which is cool.
When you sing in a music video, do you mouth the words or you actually say it?
I like to rap them.
Okay. So I never know if I was ever gonna mouth them or just never know.
What I've noticed is for like singing like types of like more floaty, vibey songs, it makes more sense to mouth the words. Like,
okay.
But then on something that's like more aggressive or like fast paced, I like to actually rap the words because like I don't know, it just gives you like a energy out of your body that like matches the tone.
That makes sense.
It creates that vibe where you're recording the music video.
But I think it also comes down to maybe like whoever the artist is, like what their vibe is. When I watch Lil Uzi Vert's music videos, like that fool like is kind of always just like to his words. He's never mouthing them perfect.
He's not saying
like,
anything.
He's never really saying the words perfect. He says kind of like the ending rhyming words usually, and I'm just like, but maybe that's his style, you know? Like, he's just kind of like lackadaisical, you know? So, but then I see, like, Logic, every word he gets, you know? And it seems like he raps it, so.
See, that's like, those are like little details, like, that the normal eye would never catch. Like, you have the eye for that, so you're like, you're watching, like, hey, what are you doing, bro?
Sometimes, like, it kind of sucks to be a creator, to overanalyze everything. Do you guys feel that way? Like,
yeah, for sure.
You literally just watch things, and you don't watch it like a normal person anymore. Like, I just compare how I experience, like, a movie, a song, anything compared to my girlfriend, and, like, she's just like, that was great. And then I'm just like over here, like the layers, the audio files.
Bro, you're preaching to the choir right now. No one else, creatives break everything down, and everything is so meaningful and like has just a higher meaning. And then the people who just consume the content, they're like, that was good.
That's good.
And it's like no disrespect, but it's like, damn, that's 15 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like when someone even posts like a video of them singing, like how many shots that wasn't their first take. Like how many times did they sing that to post that?
Dude,
like it's nuts to think about that stuff. Behind the scenes, I love it.
I think it is cool when you get in like this realm of like being around more creators, because I feel like a lot of times from the outside, like you would think that all your fans would be just like normal people that like don't have anything to do with this. But I've noticed for me, in like my ventures, all of my friends and all of my fans that I've built are also creators. There are other people that actually see that 15-hour, and so because of that, they listen to my album. They go, "You produced this whole thing yourself?" Like, damn, bro. Like,
that's cool.
I really want to pay attention now. You know, compared to like if I didn't do that, you know, or if they didn't do anything creative, they wouldn't even care. Like, so yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
Speaking of like music and stuff like that, like your most recent release, Broken But Smiling, like can you talk to us about that? Like what was the journey making that song?
Yeah, making like the whole project, I had like a few different names I wanted to go with, but Broken But Smiling, it's just like kept calling my name because I just felt like even though I grew this year, I spent a lot of money on a nice new camera, really grinded, and just have built my network bigger than ever. I felt more like broken and like in pain than I've ever been in my life, and really just searching for answers. And like obviously artists always be on that like drama shit, so like I'm not trying to get too deep on it, but like I think something that's kind of underrated is that like you can be broken, but like it can be okay to like just like be broken and be still doing what you want. Like a lot of times I think when you're broken, people think like you need time to heal and you need to like chill and be by yourself. Like it's okay to keep grinding while you're broken. It's also okay to like be broken moving forward, propelling yourself forward. So like I personally rock with like I'm gonna always be broken, I'm gonna keep having this pain. Currently, you guys can know I don't even have a car right now. My car like broke a couple months ago and I'm like carless, step into my job right now. Like that's not the best vibe in the world, but at the same time, like I'm smiling, I'm happy, like I'm not letting things get me down. No, and I think that having like optimism, like it's just important, man.
No, you just got whatever's on your plate, and that's what you're going with. Like you're not have to like you're not asking for more, asking for less. You're just doing what you got in front of you, and just that's all you got in life.
Yeah, like I think that's 100% like mindset, right? Because like you could either like let that just bring you down so far down, you know what I mean? But
or
like,
just quit on your dream
easily.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's easy
But you
to
just
quit.
continue to push through and like you said, like propel yourself forward, man. Like that's like really powerful for people to hear. I feel like, you know what I mean? Because like everyone got some shit going on.
They always drop it. Like when people get hurt or they're down in life, like they quit something, and like it just don't make sense to me. The amount of friends I've heard that say like, I don't picture myself doing this like on the level of like being some famous, and I'm like, why are you thinking so big, bro? Like, do you like to do this? Does it make you happy? Does it heal the pain you're going through? Because it does for me. That's why I made my album. Like I love this shit. It make me happy to like make songs and like do that kind of stuff. It kind of cures the pain I'm going through outside of creative stuff. So if it don't feel that way for you, then maybe like you're not doing the right thing. But that's how it felt for me. So I'm really happy that I could make this album, and I think the next one might even be more sad.
I love it though. I love it.
Yeah, I got more shit to say.
Well, that's what's cool about all the artists that come on the show. That if I just know how much you guys actually love it and passionate, you're not like you said, like if the success comes later, like the big house and stuff, like that's awesome. But like right now, you just love what you're doing. You're not like you just love it. That's my favorite thing about you guys.
Yeah, I think it's like therapy, bro. Like a lot of people literally will go and sit down with the therapist. I don't feel confident to do that. I don't feel comfortable with the therapist I've personally met. Yeah. There probably is one out there for me, but for me, dude, that microphone's my therapy. And like sitting and editing, it's my therapy, bro. It makes me feel good. And also I feel like when you finish like any idea and you actually put it out in the world, you can close that chapter in your life and move forward. And like I have one song on the project where like it's called Drive, and it's specifically talking about like how when my little brother was born, which he's like 4 right now, like my whole life changed. Like I used to do hella drugs, hella psychedelics all the time, looking for answers, and like all of that cleared up when my little brother was born. And like I literally just felt like I wanted to smoke weed less, I wanted to drink less, I wanted to stop partying as much, I wanted to start focusing on something that could like get my brother in college or get my brother to any opportunity for him, you know? And like that clarity, it was in my mind, that idea is bouncing around there, but until I wrote the song, put it out in the world, now it's stamped. Now I close that. Now I don't got to say that again in my mind, you know? It doesn't have to bounce around in my mind
That's
anymore.
cool. That's really sweet.
That's super well
It's almost
put,
just
bro.
like journaling too, just at least putting it on paper, just getting it out there.
Yeah, a couple years ago I wrote a song about like my mom and my dad splitting up, and about like just all the pain and like anger that it brought me, and then like the resentment I had towards both of them. And I've talked about that and like never really figured it out until I made the song and actually dropped it. Now I don't think about it anymore. I don't care like about it, because I already know what my ideas are. You know, I actually wrote them down, took the time to write them the way I really mean them.
Yeah.
But
what's crazy too is like that you're okay and like comfortable enough like to share that with the world too, you know what I mean? Like most of the time, like people, especially like men, like have a hard time like sharing their feelings.
Oh yeah.
Even with each other, and like you're giving your emotions and your feelings to the world, you know what I mean? Like, and that's like a pat on the back to you, bro, because that's amazing, you know what I mean? Like that's really hard to do, and like you're giving people like an option and like something that's gonna make them feel better. Like, yo, like this guy went through that too. Like this is a song that's gonna help me through this moment in life, man. Like that shit, like I love that more than anything.
Yeah,
that's why I love music so much, because you're like a beacon basically for all the people that are listening to like have going the same problem at the same time, or like saying they don't have a car either, and like, oh shit, this dude's doing it too, like giving other people inspiration too. So it's just like a beautiful thing.
Yeah, bro.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, out of all the different sides of music, I definitely feel like I gravitate closer to the kind of stuff where it's like, oh, we're both struggling, like let's struggle together. When I came up listening to music, like especially like my most emotional teenage years and stuff, it was like the script and the fray, like these sad ass boys that are talking about sad ass songs like about heartbreak and all this stuff, and like I was sitting there with my earbuds in or whatever, and I'm just like, this guy gets me. He really gets me, bro. Like,
all
and
angsty.
I needed that. Then I needed that. As dumb as it sounds, like it's high school drama.
So
like it was just about a girl, but like having that connection meant a lot to me, because I was like probably the most suicidal around 13 to 16 years old. You know, most kids are, and to have that type of someone who's just like, no, it's okay, bro. I'm broken too. Rock with me. Like, I think that shit's the dopest. I don't care if people are like getting bitches or like doing drugs or like really like being cool by any means. I just care if you're like broken and expressing it honestly. Then exactly what you said, that makes you really manly. Like, because it is hard. It's really hard to do that, and like to feel confident that you're still a cool, like tough guy even through all your challenges and what you're going through. You know.
Yeah. Where like you're letting all your homies know what you're going through at one time. You know what I mean? Like, and like that could be scary. You know what I mean? But like I said, like you put it out there, and that's it. Like, just hats off, bro, because that's super dope, man.
Yeah.
2023. Talk about your feelings.
Seriously, bro.
Give your homies hugs.
Yes. Don't rub dirt on it. Rub love on it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Let's go. That being said, bro, like from your beat making to music production, videography, photography, rapping, what is the most enjoyable for you right now?
Ooh, right now, I'm really big on the videos right now. I think after dropping my album, I've been able to like stop focusing about myself so much and be able to look outward at the talent that's in this valley. And like I see like both a cash grab and an opportunity grab ahead. Like if all the people that are in this valley with the skills that I see here, if they grind to their fullest potential as hard as I will be grinding this year, I know for a fact something crazy is gonna happen. Like something sick's gonna happen, man.
Yes,
like,
sir.
I can just feel it because like there's no way that like this many talented people in this area can't make this city fucking pop, bro. Like
that's so true, bro.
And it's not just one person get out of the city, get to LA. Like that's cool. That's like a cool vibe. I think a lot of people would have that dream of getting to LA and doing it that way. But putting this city on the map for, you know, something different. When Tech 9 comes here, he says that there's something different about Boise, something different about this valley, and I feel it. When I go to downtown Boise, I don't feel like the nightlife in that city's like any other one. Like it just feels like so close. And but that rap scene, we got to get all of these different circles from different parts of this valley all together. And once everyone's together and we're all actually using each other to grow and not to like compare, I think it's gonna be fucking crazy. It's gonna be crazy fun to be here.
It's like we're marinating like a steak. We're just chilling right now.
Dude, we're
almost ready to put on the grill.
We're in the pressure cooker. We're almost ready to serve. We're getting there. We're getting there.
That's so true too, man. Like if everyone could just like come together for like one common goal instead of like I'm popping, I'm leaving or whatever the type shit, like then there's no way that, like something's not gonna take off. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense. The talent's here. There's so many like videographers, photographers, artists, whatever. Like everyone is so talented here. Like it doesn't make sense that we don't have something to show for it yet. You know what I mean?
Was it weird coming from California and Arizona, like coming to Idaho? What were you expecting?
Oh, bro. I was really happy to move here when I very first moved here, but I think something that tripped me out when I moved here is that this place was very behind the times in some ways and ahead of the times in other ways. Like there's just different trends that rock in different places. Like I remember like moving here and the radio was like 2 years behind.
That's so weird to think about.
Everybody says that.
Played,
that's so weird.
Top 50 in California, they did not play those songs here, and I was like,
like,
that's like weird. I got to go on YouTube, I guess, to like listen to the songs that I know, like or the artists I know. And I would talk to people at like Middleton High School, and like they didn't know the people I knew of. They didn't know who was hot right now, and like it's different, I think, now than it was when I very first moved here. As social media evolves and stuff, we kind of all know the loop on everything quicker, but I still feel like one way that this place is behind is obviously the vegan stuff. Not very many people know about that kind of stuff around here. And I think there's a lot of toxic masculinity here, man. I think growing up in Middleton, Idaho, I'll tell you guys a weird story. It was my like first month at Middleton High School, and I was in welding class. And these kids were like wanted to bully me because I was from California, and I don't really know the exact situation, but they welded my locker shut and they welded faggot into my locker because they thought I was gay.
Damn.
Jeez, and like, that really
happened.
For. Like at my school. Like imagine if I was gay and like that.
Yeah.
Like the I don't know
the drama would just give
like,
you.
Yeah, that's just too much, bro. Like and like to see that compared to like I grew up in California where
it was accepting
a lot of gay kids, so many gay kids, and like there were kids that wear tails to school. People would wear like the those headbands, like the fucking Naruto shit to school.
Damn.
There was everything at my school, bro, and like people would just look at them like just another person doing their shit, like, and So yeah, that was like
that's intense to even like deal with as like a high school kid. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, culture shock for sure.
It's like when you become like an adult and you move past that life and like you look back, like you like some of that shit was like super traumatic. You know, you experience these things and like you're just happy to even had like made it out. You know what I mean? Like, and I like. Dude, that's nuts, Steven. Like I said, like I can't even picture that, bro. Like that's
you know
intense,
what? Those
man.
guys too. They probably don't talk about anything.
That was the weird thing. All my like friend group when I first like got here and started to like make friends. Like I would like we'd be walking down the hall and like one kid would trip another kid walking the opposite direction. A random kid, they would just trip him, and I'd be like, "Hey, why'd you do that, bro? That's kind of like a dick move." Yeah. And they'd be like, "Why the fuck you saying shit?" And they'd be like so mad at me, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, you don't like call people out for like being dicks here. Like you just let them be a dick." Like, and so like I learned very quickly like how to
maneuver out
here. You know, it's very different, but also I don't want to only like talk shit because there were amazing people. Like I learned some of the most fun things. I never knew about floating the river. Never knew about adventuring. Like in California, kids ain't really go out. Like people went to the skate park. Like that's what kids did.
Different types of adventures.
Yeah, like here people would take me out like four-wheeling. Like they take me out into the country, into the rivers and Emmett, and like hiking and just so much stuff. I'm so grateful for here. Like I love Idaho for the place that it is, and like for the people that see Idaho and its beauty. I love those people. I love everybody that like actually invests in the culture of Boise, you know?
Yeah, and trying to make it better and a better place to be so shit like that never happens again. You know what I mean?
No
like,
kidding.
Yeah,
you gotta just raise your kids to be better.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
That is true. I guess anywhere you go, there's gonna be shitty people.
No, facts,
definitely.
I remember going to the Trump rally in Boise. Bro, that was intense, dog. There were like trucks on both sides of like the park and everything. Mm-hmm. I'm in this tiny little car. I couldn't get through because the trucks were too wide. There were two like monster trucky on both sides of the road parked that I couldn't drive my car through. Damn. So I was stuck for 2 hours in one spot, and there was a whole line of cars behind me. And
I'm sorry, bro.
Everywhere I look, it's fuck Joe Biden, and I'm like, this shit crazy, bro.
I've always wanted to get a truck and just put all the flags on.
Yeah,
all of it.
You stand everywhere.
Just freak people ever. Yeah, they're like, yeah, wait, what? Just look at
what the hell?
Like, wait, there's a rainbow, but there's FLB. There's just everything on there.
Who is this man?
Brandon somewhere.
Yeah, just put all the flags.
Fit in with every group.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing too. When people sell the flags, they have all their flags available. Mm-hmm. It's like, what are we doing here?
It's crazy. Like that was. It's such a scary time when like when people are buying in like so hard into like one side of an argument. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that just clearly shows that like you're not open minded to change. You know what I mean? Like, and that's terrifying to me, bro. Like there's nothing scarier.
Oh yeah, I guarantee I've never been friends with somebody who had like a fuck Joe Biden flag or like a go Trump flag. Like honestly, supporting anything like that for me, I just like I don't know enough. I don't know enough. I just gotta take a couple steps back and just be like, you do you, bro. But I'm also pretty whack with my vegan shit. Like, I'm like hella posting like, oh, animals getting slaughtered, this and that. You know, I'm passionate about what I'm passionate about, so I don't knock someone for being passionate, but like, shit confusing. Shit way more confusing to me, and I don't get how people are like so good at having opinions about things that I know nothing about.
That's true. Like I feel like having like a Trump flag or whatever is like the same as like almost the same as like wearing like a sports jersey. Like this is what you identify as. Like this is the team I rock with. Whatever. Like, and that's
part of your personality.
Yeah. No. 100%. Like that's what's crazy to me is like politics has become like a team deal, you know what I mean? Like this is my side, this is my team.
It just, I guess it just comes down. You just got to do your research. Like people knock on vegan, right? But they don't do the research. They just know what they read.
Big fact.
So it just from everything. Like at least, I guess if you talk something, just know how to back it up. Just don't say I heard this, so I'm going to believe this.
Yeah.
Just got to just do your research.
Oh well, everything you read on the internet's true.
Yeah,
so
that's true too.
That's facts.
I read that on the internet.
Twitter told me.
Twitter told me. No, it's just nuts, man. But what's like the most unique thing you've done in Idaho since being in here?
Most unique.
Are you on +2 on the float in the river? Are you more tube guy, or are you like
the raft?
The raft.
Oh, I will. That brings up the perfect point. Okay, so my first year here in Idaho, I was like in a youth group, Eagle Christian Church, and they like did this thing called redneck rafting, where at the Boise River every year they do this big event where like hundreds of people build their own raft from scratch.
That's cool.
And they all take them up there with like, there's hella trailers all around this valley where
That's
like there's
badass.
pickup locations. You can meet at like all these different parking lots around the valley, and like they'll pick up your raft for you on like these big trailers so you don't have to transport it. They'll take them out there, and bro, it was so much fun, dude.
That's so
I took a
sweet.
giant ass picnic bench, put it on top of 4 horse troughs.
Wow.
I don't know. Have you guys know what horse troughs
yeah.
are? We had horse troughs on the bottom for like air to like make it floaty, and we put a a piece of plywood over the top of it, and then like drilled into the horse troughs like with
Dang.
bolts, and like made this big platform, and we put a park bench on top of that shit, wood park bench on top. Bro, we get like 5 minutes into the river, we're making peanut butter and jellies up there, acting like we're.
Oh, that's
bench?
tough.
Yeah,
Tough.
me and my 2 homies, we're sitting up there like we're balling, bro. Everyone's like, damn, that shit's sick. They got like budget ass tubes. Everybody like did their shit with duct tape and stuff.
You're like, bro,
And,
peasants.
dude, we go down the first tiny little like just everything fell apart. The entire thing crumbled, bro. Like our peanut butter and jellies,
also.
all the bread, it's floating down the river. We're swimming after our shit, bro.
That sucks. That's a good idea. though.
Dude,
That's
it
a
was
sweet idea.
horrible, and luckily some other guys let us hop in with their raft, and like, yeah, we ended up floating the rest of the way down with them. But like within 5 minutes, we had to pull out our entire setup and pull it to the side of the river and like come pick it up later. It sucked.
That's what I love about the river. Everyone's so
I'd like
nice
to
on the
try it
river.
again. I'd like to try that again. I think it'd be hella fun to make
That's
a
a
raft.
cool idea. I never even heard of that.
Yeah, making a raft and float. People are floating on some weird
Yeah,
shit,
people
bro.
float on anything.
Yeah.
Bro, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen floating the river. Like some guy came down with like this like giant like inflatable like platform, bro, and it was like 2 levels, and he was on the top just like flying this flag. Dude was like throwing beers out to people. I'm like, yo, that guy's like a hero.
Dude, I've seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
people torpedoing beers to the beach.
I'm telling you,
It's
bro.
cool.
He was like an American hero on the river that day, bro.
It might be too aggressive, but I'll do like a t-shirt cannon, but with a beer.
Oh, you might kill somebody.
I know. Can you dig it? Just shoot it. Bam. Shoot a
And, like,
keystone
pull-
lighter at their forehead.
Who's thirsty?
Who's thirsty? Oh, that'd be cool. Slap the bag.
When you
Slap it right
guys,
to the bed.
when you guys go on like the river or anything, you guys the type to like jump off of like cliff spots?
Oh,
or-
my mic's kind of going crazy for a sec.
It's going crazy.
Go crazy.
Go crazy. That's better. It's better. Now.
Were you
So what are you
saying,
saying? Oh, you try to jump off what?
Are you guys the type to like jump off platforms or like cliffs and stuff when you guys go to like water spots? Or are you guys more like, I'll watch someone else do it?
I've done it like a few times, but like
Both.
anymore, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm just chilling.
I don't want to be that person that someone else has their phone. You just see I'm swinging and just snaps and I just fall on the ground. I'm just scared for that to happen. It'd be so
Yeah.
scary.
I feel like the last couple of years I've gone, like I was like, okay, I gotta like, jump off the platform, and then I look around and nobody was there to do it with me, and I'm like, shit, am I getting too old for this now? I'm like, damn, maybe the cutoff's like 21, 22.
yeah, bro. I'm the type that I'll pull the raft over.
Is there a cutoff?
So I'm the guy pull the raft over. You guys go up there. I'll be chilling right here in the shade. If I can crack a cold
Yeah,
one,
that's
chilling.
true.
I'll
Bro.
watch the rest for you guys.
No, you guys go ahead. I'm chilling.
And then plus you gotta just make sure that water's not too shallow.
See, there's too many variables anymore, dude.
Swimming, just your legs broken. See, because I hate heights, but like I love roller coasters and stuff. So like this, I think stationary, standing on a cliff, I can't do it. But if you throw me off a cliff, I might be able to. Like bungee jumping.
So
or
there you go.
something.
If you want to see Nick do something crazy, just throw off the cliff.
Throw me off. Yeah, like would your friends jump off a cliff? Like no, but they got thrown off a cliff as well.
I'd
Throw
go.
me off. Yeah, I'll go.
There's a pretty sketch cliff in Emmett that I jumped off one time, and oh, dude, I would never do that thing again, man. My homies were like acting like it was normal. They like run down a hill and then off of a cliff.
Ew, screw
wow.
that.
The bridge, right? It's like
Past the bridge and
past
up,
the bridge and
past
over
Black
the bridge.
Canyon Dam, bruh.
What if you
Fuck that
stumble?
place, bro.
Just fall.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm stumbling
it's down
for
a,
sure.
You're running down a hill. If you trip running down a hill,
You're
like
done.
because you got to get speed to run and jump
Plus,
off of it.
When
know?
you run down a hill that way, my like back of my heels kick my ass cheeks so fast. Like go pop 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 pop. So like I'm just like yeah, I'm just running so fast, dude.
yeah, dude, that's so
Screw that.
terrifying.
Dude, but the water right under, bro, it's like a big like sword thing, bro. It just starts sucking shit.
See, that's
Oh,
like
what?
You
You,
ever?
gotta like right when you hit the water, bro, you gotta fucking start swimming.
So you
Yeah,
gotta
you gotta start
escape a
swimming.
cyclone as well.
Yeah, see, I would never do that in my life,
Yeah.
bro.
Emmett, come on, be safe.
Yeah, that's pretty sketch.
That's pretty sketch.
Yeah.
It's funny too when you do it. You're like, this is sketch, but I'm gonna try it.
Yo, you do that one time and you're happy to be alive and never again.
Yeah, you're like, that was nice.
You almost got sucked down that toilet, bro. Who knows where you're going after that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
dude.
the only toilet I want is like that Roaring Springs toilet.
Oh, that's a good one.
that wasn't going.
That's how I feel about like psychedelics. Like I feel like
Don't go down the toilet?
No,
Oh,
like
okay.
back in the day, like I could like do like these crazy things, and then like now I'm like 25, and I'm like, how the fuck did I do that? Like, how could you literally take like a tab of acid or like mushrooms or something like literally like that crazy and like just get that high? Like I take one hit of weed and I'm like, bruh, I'm all fucked up.
Somebody help.
Yeah, I have like one beer. I'm like, hey, I'm feeling myself.
Got the life alert on, like, oh my God,
I
please,
do.
please.
Life alert. You should carry those at the party. That'd be
Yeah, oh
dope.
yeah, bro.
Having like that's something though to go back on, just like having a beer and you're floored on one beer.
Oh, bro,
That's so weird.
That's happened to me before. Like just like hanging out, like having one or maybe two, and like you're like, what has happened? Like what happened to me?
Yeah.
What kind of
you
beers
just
you guys like?
I like stouts now. I don't know if that's just because I'm getting older.
You're supposed to say Long Island.
Well, I know. Shout out to Long Drink. But I also like. I don't know. I like a good Budweiser too. Just drink some.
Just the classics,
The classic. Yeah. I'm not usually a beer drinker. I guess. That's
Really?
too. Like
I'm an
seltzer,
IPA
maybe.
guy. Double hazy.
IPA?
I like them double hazy.
Get that bitter taste. You see, but you like black coffee, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
That bitter,
I like the
kinda-
shit that just fuck you up. Like we go straight to the face. Like that's
That's
what
true.
I want. Like
Your
Like you
cheeks
guys
are-
go ahead and drink it, but like I'm gonna drink this 8% IPA and be fucking gone in 10
yeah, and
seconds.
then I can have one and like actually be content. Like if I get to the end of a Corona, I'm not content.
And
like,
you're actually saving money too because you're not buying more.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like Pre-Funk in Nampa. You guys ever go
Yeah,
there?
shout out
Pre-Funk's a cool
Pre-Funk.
spot. Yep.
Pre-Funk's
See, they
sick.
have the best names sometimes for like different beers and stuff.
They
So
do
I
have fun
always go
names.
for the most strongest ABV whatever, and then just the coolest name basically.
I like
yeah,
that.
I don't even look at the menu. I just ask them, "What's the best double hazy you got?" And they always give me something great. I love it.
What's your opinions on Four Locos?
We only ask because we need you to look underneath your chair.
Yeah, you've been iced now. Just kidding.
Dude, Four Locos, man.
Let's go to that. What's one beer that you're never gonna drink again and stuff, or not gonna
Yeah,
go
one
back
type of
to?
alcohol.
I'm never having another Four
Four
Loko,
Loko, too.
ever.
No more Quattro Crazies,
Ever.
dude. Come on, bro.
What about in Cali?
What's the
what is-
other one? It's Colt 45s,
Oh,
bro.
They're
damn.
like those like
You're going,
40s and
man.
those
Edward 40 hands?
those malt liquors, bro.
Those malt liquor.
That'll put you in another realm, bro.
Malt
Yeah,
liquor
dude.
sounds like a scary uncle.
That got me feeling invincible that day. I swear, bro.
And if you have two, you don't feel
If
invincible.
you see Shane out that
That's
Colt
true.
45, bro, watch out.
or a nice sterling silver, I think, or
see.
something like that.
Bro,
Oh,
those things
God.
are bad too, man.
Well, on that note, bro, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Shane, where can they find you, bro?
You guys can find me on all platforms. I got Shane Goes Up YouTube channel, and Shane Goes Up on all social media platforms.
We appreciate you coming on the show, man. And like, well, to come on the show or whatever too. If you need to promote anything, just come back whenever.
Yeah,
you
always
want.
Hell yeah.
welcome. Come back, bro. Thank you for your
I
time.
appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you for doing this for
And
me.
if you
Yeah,
guys
thank you for coming on.
If you guys have stuck around to the end and you're here, you're new, like, subscribe, share, help us grow. Local to the Valley, man. We're just trying to pop off.
Hell yeah! Talk about your feelings this year.
Give your homies hugs
Yes.
all 2023.
Yes.
Eat more plants.
Peace.